All right, so let's recap what our vision is, starting with what you mentioned, what you'll have your world language kids do.
Okay. So I was thinking it would be good for the world language students to open the lesson in terms of sharing general characteristics or metaphors that represent the future woman of America.
Okay.
And so by them doing that, they could actually be in different parts of the library, and the students will do a gallery walk. And in this gallery walk, they will present their poems. The poems will be in Spanish, of course, but they will do a summary, sharing this with the students the main points of the poem. And as they're doing the main points of the poem, the students can create a graphic organizer. Since they're doing a graphic organizer per text, they will be able to pull from this particular piece, listing the metaphors or any type of adjectives that they learned from the poems. How would they describe it?
So should we create a graphic organizer already laid out where it would be have the 3 pieces of text ahead of time, and then we'll take, and then as we look at each piece of text. So the first thing we'll do is we'll start with, I love that, the gallery walk, which kind of opens it all up. We'll lead a discussion. Then the next piece will be the Ain't I a Woman, and talking to them the significance of this. Why are we doing this? I think it's important. Like, why are we doing Ain't I a Woman? And then we'll introduce with Kerry Washington's reciting Ain't I a Woman, right?
Right.
Then we'll break down, discuss it. Should then at that point we compare Ain't I a Woman to Future Woman a little bit, just touch upon a brief, I guess, check for understanding, see what comparisons,
what kind of connections they
right,
can make.
right. And then the next one we'll introduce is the Queen Latifah's Ain't I a Woman.
Ladies first.
Ladies first. And then we'll have text. I'll have text, and I also want them to be able to identify some of the images. I think it's important to talk about the images in the background, because Phyllis Sojourner Truth is in the back of that piece to make those connections. Then we'll do a small self-check, and then the last piece, which do we want to bring in the formation or no?
I think this is probably good because they have 3 pieces of text to pull
Three,
from.
that's a lot. They're the 3 pieces, and I'll make sure I'll print out the text.
And then some type of essay question or constructed response question that they can respond to, where they have to pull evidence from.
Yeah. So what should be the assessment outside of that graphic organizer? Do we want to use something like a Socratic, where we could pose a question, we can.
Whatever she was saying, we would have a constructive response and all that. So
we could have them use the devices, and that way we'll be able to actually see the data immediately.
Okay.
And then we can download it, and then go back and respond. And then if we want to, like we did with on Hip Hop Day, have the kids vote, and then build some more discussion around whatever the kids decide is, this piece, that piece.
Okay, so we'll come up with like a culminating question.
Yeah, we need a culminating, an essential question, and then that culminating, because it goes back to with the future woman.
Right. But
And then when they come back from gathering their ideas from the gallery walk, that will segue into, like you said, what is our theme? But as they're calling out the different things that they learn, maybe put it in the what's that program where you type in the words and then it
Wordle,
makes
Wordle.
Put it in that so that way you
or
can
Answer
see.
Garden.
Yep.
Okay, so we want to use Answer Garden.
Yeah.
So we need to then just think of what our essential question is and what the culminating piece, and tying it into the future woman.
And we kind of brainstorm that, because we need to make that kind of open, a broad, because to hit the male and, the males in the class.
Yes, I think it's important,
So I was just trying to, whatever that central question is, that can probably, whenever we figure that out, that'll probably be the response anyway.
Right.
So we just had at the beginning, but make that a working question, so that as they're building all the stuff, it'll be the same question we're answering at the end.
Right. And then we'll do a reflection if there's time.
And then we can say, pull examples from your graphic organizer, so whatever this question is we're going to come up with. But just think of a broad question about the future of, I don't know yet, but
Yeah, something with the future, because it goes back to the future woman piece. And you could even say, future woman, how does that impact the future man?
Yeah.
you know.
Right. We might even ask them what kind of woman do they want to marry in the future. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, you know, you never know, you know.
Or maybe
And
some
then
woman.
it also opens a conversation in terms of who are they thinking about? Because that's what happened when they were creating the poems. Because they were like, what is this, like a girlfriend? And I'm like, no. I said, think about it in terms of we are waiting for this person. I said, just like the president. Whenever we're electing a president, we are waiting for this president to lead our country.
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking for in the president? And I said, same thing. We have this woman coming, and this woman has a purpose, has responsibilities. What is it that we want this woman to do?
That could be that's your essential question right there to start off.
And
What
that's
does
how
the
they
future
created
woman
their-
look like? Special tie-in when we have a female running for the president of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're tying in those current events.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who would have thought it?
Right, that definitely will come up in the conversation, or should, or we'll make it come up. But,
Oh God,
Yeah.
so
it will guide the conversation.
Okay, I'm liking that. This is good. This is good. Okay, so I'll be sure to print out lyrics for the Ain't I Woman, the text, Queen Latifah's. I'll take care of the
Ladies
video
first.
piece, Ladies First.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have copies, digital versions of their poems,
Mm-hmm.
I can project them. So when they have the gallery walk, we can still have them up. If we decide to go back and discuss it as a group, then the whole class can see it up on the screen.
Okay.
So they'll be able to see it
I've been
visually.
saving it on my flash drive. So.
Yeah.
And then we can just come up with like maybe 2 thinking questions or whatever for each of the about
Two prompts to kind of
self
guide their self-check.
So like, because Ain't I a Woman is in the book, so I know there are some questions in
Right
there.
from the curriculum.
Yeah.
So you'll pull some from
Yeah.
there.
There's probably an essential question.
Well, how
in there.
about this?
So I'm looking
Since
through
you're doing the English, why don't you pull 2 for Ain't I a Woman? Maybe you can pull 2 for Future, and I'll pull 2 for Ain't I a Woman. I mean, Queen Latifah's Ladies First.
Okay. 2 what? 2 questions.
Two guiding maybe questions to help
Okay.
them think
So
about it.
like after they've done the gallery walk, when we first have them see if they have a question, see what they got from that.
Okay.
Something general to start that conversation.
Okay.
Then we can start the
Queen Latifah's part, and then I'll do 2, and then
truth
and he'll have 2. So we'll have 6 kind of case they get silent.
and we can move them along.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Okay.
if we see that, that way we can do 2, but we may only need 1 each.
Right, but
Keep
we'll
it
just
3,
have
because
it.
we
We'll
wanna
just
make
have
sure
it.
we can get through
Right, but we'll
the
just have
Wordle
those
and
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm looking for the
Have time to
Wordle.
have a question at the end and have them respond. So we already have the computers out, and they can just move the computer and have their
mhm.
things, and
Yeah.
it'll be electronic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like
That's
this.
good.
Thank you.